So, good evening and welcome to another Hadron Converter Space. Apologies about the show not running last week, but basically for the last couple of weeks I've been barely able to talk because this terrible cold that's going around Germany and a lot of the rest of Europe, and the voice is still a bit scratchy and I'm coughing and spluttering a bit, so I'll do my best, so please bear with me. Tonight I want to talk a little bit about 35007 and their current incarnation, which is called Monomyth. Great band from the Netherlands, and if you haven't heard their music before, you're in for a treat. I'm starting off with this track, which is one of my favourites. Try as I might, I could not manage to download my favourite version from YouTube, or there's also a live version of them playing in Köln, which is quite good, but for whatever reason it is, I think they must have excellent copyright protection. I couldn't get any visuals, just a black screen. So I'll just do this. It's got the album cover on it, but I highly recommend that you do a search on YouTube, just Liquid 35007, and look for the Voyage Automatic link, and you'll see a picture of a manta ray, and what they've done is they've put together a picture of manta rays swimming in the ocean and going through their mating ritual, which is really interesting. And I gotta say, I've had this clip permanently on my watch later list on YouTube for probably about 3 years now, and I just can't get enough of watching it. It's just so good that you must see it. And as you can hear, this music is fantastic. Despite this talk about copyright and so forth, I actually was in contact with 35007, now Monomyth, and I do have their permission to play it, and many thanks about that. And today I'm going to do a little bit of a roundup on their history and their music, and probably only going to be a short show because my voice is not going to hold out. But anyway, let's just have a bit of a listen to the track, and I'll get back to you. so just a little bit on the history of 35007. They were formed in Eindhoven in the Netherlands at the end of the 80s, and they originated from a band called the Alabama Kids. Strange name for the band out of the Netherlands, but their early lineup consisted of Herbert Bart on vocals, Mark Sponsley on sounds and synth, Bertus Friedel on guitar, Jacco van Roy on drums, Michel Walhout on bass guitar, Rick Sponsley, DJ, Peter Cruz, sound engineer. Sorry about the Dutch pronunciations. I speak German, but haven't managed to pick up much Dutch in my time here, or Netherlandish, as they like to call it. So they released their debut album called Especially For You in 1994, and the self-titled album 35007 sometime after that. Jacco van Roy left the band and was replaced by Sander Evers on drums. By the way, I'd like to say a big hello to the Sanders, because we were chatting on Facebook a few weeks ago, and it was Sander that actually gave me permission to play a bit of their stuff to promote their band. And at this sort of juncture, I'd like to mention too that, as I said before, even though 35007 is no longer a going concern, the band has evolved into a band called Monomyth, and you can certainly hear that when you listen to the music. You can hear a lot of similarities with 35007. So it's basically an evolution of the band, and I've listened to a few of their albums in recent times. They've been hosted by some other people who I know, and also it's very, very good music, highly worth listening to. So, and of course, if you're in Europe, they are gigging around. Monomyth is gigging around, and I do believe they'll be playing in Germany later this year. Sometime around April or something like that. I'll have to check up on that. But they do have a website, so look at their website too. That information is there. Basically, these days they're more of an instrumental band than a vocal band. Apparently, Yvonne Bart must have been doing most of the singing, and so Sir Tranquility was the first of 3 instrumental releases that they did, and they also released Phase 5. Mentions here, I've just basically read off a Wikipedia entry on them, and mentions here that their live shows feature a lot of visual effects such as psychedelic videos projected on the stage. I'd say this day and age it's pretty standard for any space rock or psychedelic band, and the ability that you get with computers and projectors these days has brought the standard of light shows available to bands up quite a lot, and obviously 35007 are utilising that. And yeah, so currently the band is performing in the form of Monomyth. You too can join the space rock revolution. Just send me your name, your track, a bit of a bio about yourself, and preferably a thumbnail or a video, and I'll get you on the show. Just send that to hadronconverter@gmail.com, or you can also message me on Facebook on Hadron Converter, or you could also leave a message with your links on hadronconverter.simplesite.com. I look forward to having you on the show and joining the space rock revolution. Okay, sorry about the cough tonight. Just going further on the subject of Monomyth, they have a few albums up there that you can see on YouTube. There's EXO, the self-titled album Monomyth, and Monomyth Further. I've listened to all three of them. All three of them are really great albums. So I'd highly recommend that you further your space rock education by listening to them. And if you're lucky enough to be living in Europe where they're touring, or if they come to your land, that's a cut there. If you're lucky enough to be able to see them, avail yourself of the opportunity. Okay, so now a bit of further news is I released another track this week, which I've called Falcon Heavy. It's a tribute to Elon Musk and the Falcon Heavy lifter that he set up, I suppose 2 weeks ago now, successfully, after a lot of hard work and many tries along the way. And I've said it a couple of times on the show about Elon Musk. He's a man to watch because he's a man with a vision of the future, and I really like what he's done there, because this booster is going to allow a lot of further progress and exploration in the space. And I don't know whether Elon would bother watching little old my show, but I'd just like to say if he does get wind of it, please have a look into this EM drive, because of a feeling that the Falcon Heavy booster coupled up with the EM drive could be a really worthwhile partnership as far as building a vessel that can go to Mars or even further. And all it takes is a little bit of money and a little bit of vision, and it looks like Elon Musk has a little bit of both. So he's hoping that he succeeds in further efforts. I have heard that he's planning an even higher capacity booster. And look, just to bring it in perspective, the Falcon Heavy booster is literally capable of putting a jumbo jet into space, so it's pretty damn big. And it makes the old Saturn V rockets look like a little Roman candle. It's really a fantastic achievement. So anyway, I did put out a track about it, and I think I'll resist. I won't resist the temptation. I'll put it up to play out. And as I said, this is going to be a bit of a short show tonight, because my cold is just making it very difficult to talk, and hopefully I can get back on the horse in the future when I get a little bit better. It's a very difficult influenza, this one. It just, every time I think I'm going to be better, it just seems to go in for another round and another lap and start again on this sort of cycle. I'm on about the third cycle of it now. So I'll put up my Falcon Heavy track. I hope you like it, and look forward to seeing you in good health next week.